What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. My name is Miles Rowe and in today's video we'll be having a look at my top 5 weapons to play with in Season 4, as well as having a look at a bonus weapon that I'm really excited to kind of share with you guys my view about. Now, during this season we have had a lot of stuff happening, from the incendiary rounds to some buffs of some really popular weapons. So I think it's quite fair to say that having a top of the best weapons to play with, at least in my opinion, is probably going to help you guys looking at things in a bit of a different perspective. So in today's video we'll be looking at these 5 weapons that I've been choosing to play with, so please make sure to stay till the end because it's an interesting list and I hope the ones at the top won't surprise you too much. So with that being said, let's just dive straight in and have a look at the very first one. So at number 5 we have the Renetti. Now you guys can have the option of playing this in an akimbo style as well, but in my particular instance I've played with it on its own and it was absolutely amazing. So if you're a fan of the Renetti conversion kit, you have to give this a go. The loadout will be now on the screen and I would recommend you trying this in the next game. At number 4, none the other than the actual Renetti with the conversion kit. This gun absolutely shreds and it's still a really good contender to play on any given time of the game, especially in the Elder Dark Ether. The loadout is going to be now on the screen, and again, if you haven't played with this already, you should give it a go. At number 3, a comeback from a favorite weapon that I'm sure that many of you guys have played with, and that's the RAM9. I think recently we had a secret buff to some of the older weapons, because RAM9 is definitely one of those weapons that had been kind of going under the radar recently, and in reality if you play with it, it's exceeding any expectation. So the footage in this particular instance is from an Elder match, and as you guys can see, he absolutely shreds hordes of zombies without any issues. And with that in mind, the weapon itself had some small restructured setups from my previous builds, but I have made a video fully about the RAM9 which you guys can check, but as well as the build which is now on the screen for you guys to give a go. At number 2, a weapon that doesn't need an introduction, and that's the RLG. Now this particular weapon doesn't have a class that you guys have to worry about, it is straight away ready to play. It's a rocket launcher, but what makes this weapon amazing is the fact that if you pair it with the dead wire detonator, it just becomes an absolute monster. So as you guys can see, we were playing in the Dark Ether and by myself in an area of a lot of zombies. This was just making a lot of damage. Now this can be used at ease in any tier in the game as well, and even pack a punch to level 2 without any sort of rarity on the weapon, it still does a lot of damage. So definitely something that you guys should be looking at. And weirdly enough, I have noticed that there might be some elements added to it, like a conversion kit in the upcoming seasons. So definitely a weapon that we should keep an eye on, and as I said, with the dead wire detonator, it does make a huge difference. Another disclaimer, is probably worth pairing this with the Mags of Holding too, so in this way you just have this unlimited feel to it. And at number 1, guys, a weapon that has been an absolute dominant in terms of the charts lately, and that is the crossbow. Now it's really worth mentioning that it has had a nerf, however it's not something that is noticeable. The nerf itself was mainly for Warzone, and another thing that we will face in zombies is just the splashback damage, as some of you guys refer to, and that's particularly when you shoot in hordes of zombies won't kill all of them kind of in one go. But in this particular build that I have been using, the difference is very minimum, so I would suggest you guys giving it a go. It's still a brilliant weapon, and in Elder it does make the best of difference. Again, if you combine this with the dead wire detonators, it makes a huge difference. There's no point of adding mags of holding because there's absolutely no point, but the build is on the screen now and I would recommend you guys giving it a go. Now, the bonus weapon, the weapon that I would like to speak about, that's none the other than the Sally Black Ops 6 Easter egg. Now, it's not a weapon that I would particularly put in the top 5, simply because it's not kind of comparing with any of the weapons, but I think it's a really nice Easter egg in the light of the news that we had during this month, and I think it's definitely a weapon that I would recommend playing with, because it's kind of, you know, a nice reminder of the origins of the zombie stories. Now, if you haven't done the Easter egg, I have made a video about this, so it's worth having a look at it. But I have also made the build which will help you guys play with this particular weapon in zombies a bit more. So, with that being said, this is my top 5 weapons to play with in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies Season 4 now. And I think if you guys have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, and see you guys in the next video soon.